They'll run on first down. Kenny. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Second and 15. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to him.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They try to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Here we go.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. The kick by Marr is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Okay, ready? 19 Tiger.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Falcons 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Falcons at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Green Jack. Ready?
Back to throw now on first down.
And this one too low.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
They'll try the left side. Kenny. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because this 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake, but when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I let my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Field, black.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Right, white, dog red. Red, yellow. Red.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On the ready.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Black Ultra. Red, cycle, stick, rebel. Cut, cut.
Back to throw again. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Go! Check it. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Kenny. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Ready?
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get
touchdown Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So potentially a big turnaround brewing to begin this third quarter as this defense forces a much-needed turnover.
Yeah, this is a team starting to work in concert now, right? They went out and got a touchdown to start the second half, and now they get the football right back.
Drill 52.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out.
Okay, break.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Slot man moves right. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Cowboys will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Falcons, 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. Now a give, right side. Kenny, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Stokes. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a give here to Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. 20. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up third down in the sand. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. That's caught by Tolbert. And he's brought down. And they took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond.
That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, it took us until the final play, Chuck, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Dallas, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be back home next